Hey, this is Russell Moore, and this is One Thing You Missed. I'm outside on this November night, outside of a book launch of my colleague Dan Darling, his new book, The Characters of Christmas. So there are Christmas carols being sung inside. Now, there is an ongoing debate among many of my friends about when it's appropriate and when it's not to play Christmas music. I think Dan is able to get away with it because the book is a Christmas book, but that usually can cause some heated debate. I will just confess to you, I listen to Christmas music all year long at different points, but I only publicly admit to it after November the 15th. Now, one thing you may have missed this week was a story about that, about a woman in Texas who got in trouble with her homeowners association because she put out her Christmas decorations too early. And she appealed to the fact that she's pregnant and she didn't think she would be able to get all of this stuff up around her house later on, but it created national news and prompted that debate about when is it too early to start thinking about Christmas in terms of decorating and listening to music and so forth. I kind of subscribe to the Taylor Swift rule. We can leave the Christmas lights up till January. This is our house. We make the rules. But a lot of people don't, and I understand why. And the reason that many people would say you need to recognize this time of Advent, this time of anticipation that leads up to Christmas, and then to have the joy that comes about with the celebration of Christmas from December the 25th on into January, those 12 days. I get that and I do understand it. But in the middle of that whole conversation, there's sometimes a little bit of trepidation from some people when it comes to Christmas, and not just the sort of sadness and depression that can come with some people around the holiday season, but I'm talking about even more so in terms of parents seeking to make Christmas what they think their kids want it to be, and church leaders, pastors and Sunday school teachers and others who will sometimes say to me, I just don't know what to do for Christmas because it seems like I've sort of done it all. We've talked about everything there is to talk about. I had a pastor who said, I don't know whether to talk about Christmas from the perspective of the little drummer boy or what to make it different from the last year. That's the point, though. Christmas is about rhythm and regularity. It's not about novelty and newness. It's about having those that reminder every single year of one of the central truths of the Christian faith, the incarnation of Jesus Christ. There ought to be a regularity and a rhythm that comes to that. That's one of the reasons why Christmas music, like if you listen, you might be able to overhear some behind me. Christmas music works not because of its novelty, although there'll be new songs that'll be brought into the canon of Christmas music every year, but it's because of the continuity, and because when you hear "O Come All Ye Faithful," when you hear "God Rest You Merry Gentlemen," even when you hear secular songs, Silver Bells, those sorts of things, you're hearing a reminder not of something that is constantly grabbing your attention as being new, but something that has been passed on and handed to you. And so it's a time to rejoice in the rhythm and the regularity of something that is going to be true forever. The light has come into the world, and the darkness did not overcome it. You can repeat that once a year, every year, and then live it out all year round. This is Russell Moore, and that's One Thing You Missed.